Does money buy happiness? I'm serious. Does money buy happiness?
Pat, you seem like a pretty jolly guy.
This is a conversation we're actually just having with Erica. Maybe a couple of days ago, Evan, and it makes things a lot easier. But no, you can't buy genuine happiness. There's no such thing about it as buying happiness. People make you happy. Relationships make you happy. Good health makes you happy. You know, that's what makes you happy. You could be a millionaire, billionaire, and you can.
10 grand would make me really happy right now.
Yeah.
Well, there was a study out a couple years ago.
If you're going to make the ask, you should have made the ask for 25,
Yeah,
30.
bro,
man.
I
I
was-
mean,
There was a study out a
stressing out
couple
about
years
you.
ago that they said that the number where happiness sort of levels off is $70,000.
$75,000.
Okay, all right, is it 75?
Yeah.
So we're level.
Can you pull up the article, Kai?
Okay, so look, let's just
Don't pull it up yet. Let me just get ready for it.
$75,000 goes
More
a lot
money, more
further in
problems.
Alabama
R.I.P. BIG.
versus in New York City.
Yeah.
But I think, like we talked about, money just exposes who you really are, right? So I don't think.
But doesn't listen? You were broke in Denver. You're sleeping on a friend's couch versus you having $1 million in the bank and you don't really care much about money. You're not really stressing out about money.
No.
When were you happier?
Look, I think I'm just as happy as when I was broke. I think I just have more options now.
Okay.
Okay. So does money buy happiness? No. Does it put a little smile on your face? Yes.
you're gonna have problems regardless.
Yeah.
No matter money doesn't eliminate problems.
Exactly.
You're gonna have
Money's
problems.
a tool, and
but
it gives you more options.
If you're gonna have problems anyway, you might as well be rich. While
I
you have
agree.
problems.
I agree. Yes.
So I asked this question on Twitter,
Yeah.
and I got so many different responses. One of the guys said it best. He says, "Money doesn't buy happiness, but I've never seen an unhappy person on a jet ski."
That's Daniel Tosh. Daniel Tosh. Excellent.
And then another guy put up, and he says, "Money, the money doesn't buy happiness, but the happiest place on earth will not let you in without money."
But do you have an honest answer? Because you've been broke, now you're worth millions.
Why don't you ask somebody who's got some money around here? Kai, does money buy happiness? Or?
Actually,
I like
Kai
to be
probably
happy.
has more savings here than most people. Now, I can't say most people, but Kai's actually got more savings at 22 than almost all of us had in the entire office.
I'm over leveraged in crypto, and I can tell you I was much happier 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
This guy's all in on Dogecoin.
Kai, does money buy
Not a good
happiness?
look.
What do you think, Kai? I mean, you know what? Don't go based on the research. Well, I can't really ask you because we've talked about this.
Yeah.
We spent a couple hours on this topic. David, money buys happiness, yes or no?
My aunt won $500 in the lottery yesterday, and she was the happiest woman in the house. She showed me the video. She was crying. I'm gonna go with
$500.
Yeah, I could get you.
It can get you lit.
You're gonna go home, and she's gonna be like, "Yo, why you narc, bro? IRS didn't even know about that."
So pull up the article by is it Visual Capitalist or Virtual Capitalist?
Visual Capitalist, great place.
Great place. Great. These guys get 6 million visitors a month. They do a great job. Just go to Visual Capitalist, and they have the numbers right there. Click on that. Watch this here. Click on the article, Kai. Go up. Okay, so watch this. Right there, yeah. So if you're making $15,000 a year, you are 34% less happier than a person that. So look at the number at about $80,000. It used to be 75, now it's 80, right? At 85, 3% happier. You see how the number goes. And if you go to 625 income, 38% happier.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Happy as shit.
I would agree with that.
These sons of bitches, they can't stop smiling.
So
I agree.
There is a part of it.
Yeah.
And by the way, the way these guys did it is well-being. Evaluating on well-being, right? A person's mood, how they feel throughout the day. Because if you go back go back to the person that's in Colorado. If I go back to the person that just got out of the Army, I'm in debt $49,000. I'm on my way back from Vegas after maxing out my credit card and playing blackjack, and I'm in debt $49,000. That drive back was a miserable drive back from Vegas. I'm not sitting there saying, "Oh my gosh, what a great weekend, guys! We crushed it." Nah, it's not on my mind. So there is an element to it, but I will tell you, another guy from Harvard, they did this study. Kai, can you pull up the other study?
Do you think poor people sit there and they're like, "Am I happy?" I think that's a very rich thing to be there, like just sitting on a pile of money like Scrooge McDuck and be like, "But am I really happy?"
Do you know why this is such an important topic? The reason why this is such an important topic, who tells you those who have money isn't happy. And why do they tell you that?
They don't want to share it.
No, so think about the statement about, you know, honesty. I'm a billionaire, but when you are, it's really not that good, bro. Like, don't even sweat it. Like, stay at the $42,000 your income.
So I'll tell you, to your point. All right, my father wanted me to be a lawyer more than anything in the world. And
so you would have made a decent,
you would have made a
annoying
good lawyer.
lawyer.
Oh my God,
nobody would want to go against you.
I give up.
What I did was I went and I talked with 10 lawyers. They're my buddies' fathers and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, look, you know, do you like your job? What's going on? And every one of them, all 10 of them said, don't be a lawyer. This is the worst job ever. You're going to hate it. And I went back and I told my dad, I was like, you know, because the plan was for me to go to law school in the off season for baseball, right? And he goes back and he looks at me and he was like, yeah, did you look around the parking lot? Did you see a lot of Mercedes? Did you see a lot of BMWs? Yeah, they might not like their job, but the job freaking works. Nobody likes their job. If you're going to have a job that you don't like, you might as well make a lot of money. Nobody likes their job.
Your dad said this.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna give you a tip here. People like hobbies. If you make your hobby into your job, you're not gonna like your job. Nobody likes responsibility. They don't like waking up early. They don't like doing what somebody else tells them to do. It doesn't matter what it is. There's a porn star out there.
That's a freaking stud.
Dude, he's just saying.
Oh,
he's like,
porn star.
There's a porn star out there.
Yeah.
There's a porn star out there that has to show up on set and then, you know, have sex with beautiful women. And he's like, another Thursday, God. And he hates his job. You know what I'm saying? Once it's a job, you're gonna hate it. So make as much freaking money as possible, so you don't have to do it.
Were you like saying like your aspirations in life? Is that kind of what you?
No, but here's the thing, Pat. I was going into major leagues. I don't need a job. I was gonna be a millionaire, bro.
See, I don't think that everyone hates their job. I think there's levels of, I enjoy my job, but yeah, I'd rather be on a freaking jet ski, you know, or like, I really
But the way
hate
his dad
my
put
job.
it, his dad said responsibility. Nothing about the word responsibility is sexy.
Correct.
You know, the idea of last night, okay, 3 times. Wham, wham, wham. 3 times last night. Listen, that's like, dude.
Somebody tell that damn baby to shut his mouth.
Okay, but at the same time, yesterday we're out there looking at a project that we're working on right now, and I got this kid in my arms. She's crying. The moment I pick it up, she falls asleep. And this morning I go by her and I'm looking at her and I'm talking to her. And I'm you know, just having a, you know, just doing my thing with the baby, and I'm kissing her on her stomach. She's asleep and she goes like this. Oh, body. Dude,
It's melted you.
my knees buckled. I'm like, I almost fell on the floor. Responsibility comes with a lot of like pressure and you know, things that you have to do.
But it drives you though.
But what an incredible feeling with what it comes with it. Your dad, honestly, I want to have your dad on the podcast. That's it. It's game over. We want the real Gerard on the podcast here.
Mr.
It would
Harris,
be real.
Mr. Michaels, what do we call this guy?
Oh, you think you're throwing my government out there?
So let me give you the other side. So Harvard does a study. It's a 75-year study. I don't know if you guys have heard about the study or not.
I told you about it yesterday.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night. So Harvard does a study, and they followed a group of, it's like 100 people they followed for 75 years.
Yeah.
So the people that started the study and died,
don't end it.
They had certain protocols that next generation continues it that works for Harvard.
Wow.
And every year they check with these people that they're talking to and ask them questions. So listen, you're 45 now. What do you value the most right now versus what it was at 44? Hey, you're 46 now. Hey, you're 55 now. Hey, you're 65 now. And they're following this, right? And Kai, if you can pull up this article, I know there's a TED for it, but see if you can pull up the article. Do you know what they said at the end of the day? What made them the most happiest in life?
Has to be family. Has to be.
It wasn't family.
Really?
No, it wasn't family. It was all relationships.
Yep.
100% it was relationships.
Meaning relationships.
Friends, family, who you work with,
No, but
everything.
because let's face it, some people have family you're okay being away from. You know, some
Yeah,
people don't have
hell
the family you want to be around all the time because they're miserable. Like, and one of the things he said, these people that they research and ask the questions of, it's an 80-year-old study. It's a fascinating study. One of the things they talked about is the fact that it's also important to be with people that are growing.
Yep.
So if you stay with relationships that are no longer growing, that doesn't bring you happiness. So if you're friends with the friend that you were in high school and the guy has no aspirations, you're trying to go tee it up in life, this guy's not going to bring you happiness because it's going to make you feel like shit. I had a friend of mine call me one time. One of the most annoying phone calls of my life. So this guy sends me a tape. Kai, you remember this when I showed you the videos? He showed me the video with soccer, all this stuff with his kid is killing. This guy, I love this guy. He's like a brother. Till today, I love this guy. Sends me this video, and he's trying to get some money for this equipment for his kid, right? And he's going and show me this stuff. This is a guy I knew from 16 years old. We go back when I was 16, 15 years old. And he says, hey, I got this. Can we get on the call? I get on the call. I'm like, listen, man, the video was the sickest video. I freaking love it. And I love the fact that you spend the time with your kid. And how can I help? He says, I want you to buy this machine. I said, are you doing a GoFundMe? He said, I want you to buy it. It's $2,000. I said, why don't you, I'll contribute, but why do you want me to buy it for $2,000? Where do you have the money? Well, why don't you guys go to public and do GoFundMe? I'll be the biggest contributor. No, we don't want to do that with our friends and family, but we just wanted to come to you because we think you would help us out with this. I said, first of all, I'll help you out, but why the pressure on me having to pay 100% of it? Because you have the money, you can afford it. I'm like, I know I can afford it, but does that mean I have to go do this for everybody? Mm-hmm. No, I said, why don't you do GoFundMe? I'm telling you, I'll support it. Well, no, it says, and here's the other thing. I think the reason why you want to do this. I said, what's that? And this was it. I was like this. I'm like, I'm going to do it and surprise the kid. And I'm not even going to tell him about it. I'm going to send this machine to his house, and I'm going to surprise him, right? Until he made his last comment. You know what the last comment was? Here's the last comment. He says, I was at Rafi's place the other day, and I ran into a couple of the old friends that we had from 20 years ago, and they weren't saying good things about you. I said, really? What were they saying? He said, they were saying that ever since Patrick became successful and all this stuff, he doesn't come to LA anymore, and all he cares about is success and money. I said, interesting. He says, if you get this for me, I'm going to help recreate and improve your relationship in Colombia.
Oh, hell no.
Do you realize what that did to me?
Well, I'll write the check right now.
Oh, my
I said,
God.
I'm sorry. What did you just say? What did you just say? And he says, yeah, this one. I said, did you really just say that to me? I said, if you know me for 26 years, and I've always been the only guy that's had your back,
why don't you defend me anyway?
You need this, and you allow people like that to talk to me, to you privately, and now you want to tell me you're going to help with my reputation? He says, look, sometimes I say stuff I shouldn't say. I said, I'm sorry, man. That was probably the worst thing you can say to somebody.
Not only that.
There is no friendship
Why
here.
did they feel comfortable enough around you to talk about
That's
me?
exactly what Jay-Z says. Don't tell me what people say behind my back. Tell me why they're so comfortable to say it to you, right? What's the point? Here's the idea. That energy of a comment like that pulls you down.
Oh, my God.
Happiness is to get away with those relationships because you have no idea the control a comment like that has on a human being.
Oh, yeah.
How it can retract you from your dreams and goals.
I would think about that nonstop all day long. It would just ruin my my whole day. I'd be
Pat's friend, if you're listening to this, you're a freaking idiot.
Yeah. You know I came back and
come see me, bro. Come see me.
I'm in Cali, my boy. I'll see you.
Let me put it to you this way. This guy here, when we were coming up, and I'm thinking about, like, even when we were doing other things in life, no matter what he ever did, I had his back. Comments like this,
unbelievable.
So, but think about it for your own self. Like, this is not even with this friend. I'm not even gonna.
If you're listening, friend, comment, but pay $20 so we read it on air.
Yeah. By the way, but here's the point, though. For some of you guys that are listening, this has nothing to do with my friend. Go to that one friend or family member that every time you're around them, they say, "Yeah, but." Okay, so you're around this person and you're like, hey, let me tell you what just happened, Dad. Hey, let me tell you what just happened here, bro. Hey, let me tell you, cuz, here's what we just did. Yeah, but does it really even matter? I bet the guy that you're even working with, he's the guy that probably doesn't even care about you. Yeah, but does it yeah, but this. Yeah, but Adam. Yeah, but constantly. They will drag you down. So eventually, you know, you're making money. You're succeeding. Mario and I are at the house. We're having this conversation together. When we were moving to Florida, I had a very simple statement one night to Mario. I announced the announcement that we're moving to Florida, and I said, we're going. He says, Pat, how can we do this, man? What if people don't come? I said, Mario, I'm 41 years old, 42 years old right now. Here's the conclusion I have with my life. The only people I want to be around when I'm running, and I want to make sure all their dreams become a reality, is true believers.
Yeah, people that want to
You're a true believers? Let's go. You're not, I don't care. So, Mario, if it's just me and you moving to Florida, this is still going to be one of the biggest media companies in the world because we're going to fight till the very end. We have a message. We have an audience. People resonate with us. We're going to do our part. Let's go. Hey, here's what we're doing. You in, you're out. It's cool. But this is what we're doing. This is our move. So, you know, relationships, the value of good relationships. If you value good relationships, long term. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.